going over the Baja 5B, the street build here. Found a couple things here. Kind of wanted to do a short little video on it so you could see what's up with it. I did order some parts, so let me turn you around here so I can show you what's up. Alright, so there she is now. I've took off the plate, the 2-speed assembly here, and the second part of the gears, the clutch bell. First off, just notice that the clutch bell is pretty shiny inside there. And as you see, I don't know if you can see it really good on the camera here, it's making contact. See if I can kind of point it out to you, because this is what I think is the important part here. What I think is going on is up in here, let me get the light on here, maybe that'll help a little bit. Anyway, you can see we're back in the back here. It looks like it's very shiny, same as up here. So we got a contact surface of basically just in the middle here, which is not really that much surface area. So after looking at this clutch and everything here, and this was a fairly new clutch when I put it on here, but I can kind of see, if I can get you through the bars there, I can kind of see what I noticed there on the bell itself. You can see where it's contacting there in the center, but it's not really getting much out here or over here. So what I think is going on, I think this is an 8K clutch spring, and I really need something like a 6 or a 5 or something. This is only a 30cc motor. So I think really what I need is to just take this down a little bit, just to see if this 2-speed is going to have a chance to work or not. So I ordered some parts, and I'm going to take off this one here. And like I said, I think it's an 8K, so that'll work good in my Red Cat over there. That one I think has a 5K in it, and I have no idea what my Losi has. Probably an 8K, maybe 7 or 8, something like that. It might even have a 10,000 in there. I don't really know. Can't remember. It's been so long since I worked on it, but we're going to try this, take this out, see, just see what we can find here. It's pretty inexpensive to buy another clutch, and I really want to try this 2-speed. Really want to give it that good try. And so it's going to cost me like 12 bucks, but this is what I was looking at too. So let me try to separate the shoes here. I'll show you. I mean, see how much resistance is there? I mean, that's quite a bit for a 30cc. Can't get it to really move too much. I think it's just too much for 30cc. That's a pretty good amount of resistance. So I'm thinking that this clutch spring is just too heavy for it. And I don't have any more. Searched around all my parts and stuff. I have 2 more over here, which I believe are 8K, if I'm not mistaken. This is a used one. It's seen better days for one, but I think it might be an 8K. Not 100% sure. So without knowing 100% sure, I don't want to put that on there. So I just went ahead and ordered a new set. I can use them anyway. But yeah, what do you guys think, man? I mean, just look at the contact surface there. It's got to be something simple like that. Honestly, this is a simplified system here. I mean, there's not much to it. You have your inner gear, right, which rides on the shaft, and the shaft has that little pin on it. I don't know if you can see it there or not. And then this gear setup goes over top of it, right? And this is where you have your 2-shoe clutch, whatever the hell you call this thing, the shoes or whatever. And there's screws here and here. So basically you adjust them evenly, and that gives you the throw for the second gear. Well, just holding it up off the ground right now, I can actually rev it up, and I can hear first gear kind of cool and everything. As it starts to get up about half to 3/4 throttle, it switches into second gear. That's what I wanted to start with. So I know my settings should be close on this here. I just can't get any movement on the ground from the beginning, from takeoff or whatever, with what my setup is here. So I'm thinking, sorry about the focus, guys. I'm thinking that it has to be something simple like shoes or something along those lines. Because once it does engage into the 2-speed, my tires actually balloon. They go up about something about like that. And these are kind of low profile tires. So, I mean, that shows you how much this thing should be working. So that's why it's confusing the crap out of me. I can't understand why it's not really doing anything. But again, I do believe that it's something to do with the clutch. So I'm going to try a lower spring shoe. I found, I think it was a 6,000 I found. I'm going to try that out. If I can find a 5,000 or something, I'll try it too. But 5 and 6 is pretty close. I mean, I don't think that's going to be too much to worry about. It is a 30cc that should be able to crank it out with that. So, so these 30cc motors, I'm guessing a stock one is probably somewhere around 19,000 RPMs max. And these are all no-load numbers here. And I do have an upgraded pipe on here. It's a HPI pipe. I don't remember which one it is. But it's kind of like the Thor. But it's different. I can't remember what they call that damn thing. It's not your big, top name brand pipe or whatever, but it is a decent pipe. Okay, so the other part of this here, 30cc with a stock can exhaust or whatever here, you're probably looking at somewhere around 16,500 RPMs on up. So I think some of the other numbers that we're looking for here is probably, we're probably looking at, what, 16,500 RPMs on this 30cc engine. And that's with the stock square can exhaust or whatever. I have an upgraded one here, so I don't know what the increase is. I'm guessing I'm somewhere around 19,000, maybe 20,000. I don't know. That seems kind of high, but I think maybe 19,000 would be pretty accurate. So an 8,000K clutch should be okay. But, again, just by looking at this here, I'm not seeing what I want to see. Now, is it possible that this thing here is just too big? That's also a possibility. So I'm going to try a couple different things here. The first thing I'm going to try is a new clutch. This one here seems like it's very stiff opening up. So maybe I've got a bad washer in there. Maybe I didn't put one in. I don't really know. I have no idea. I'm just trying to eliminate things here. So if I go through this first, since it's one of the cheapest things to do, I'll go through that. That still don't work. Maybe I'll buy a different clutch bell. If that doesn't work, I don't really know where to go from there. So I'm kind of looking for ideas. I really don't want to change out the shaft again because it's a pain in the ass. Got to take out the whole rear end, take out the differential case, and then change the shaft out. It's not a hard process. It's just a pain in the ass. It's a lot to do, because you got to take all that crap out. I prefer not to, especially since I really want this 2-speed to work really bad. But anyway, that's what we're going to try first. What's your guys' thoughts, man? You got any gearheads out there that knows what the RPMs are? This is just me straight up, running numbers and stuff that I've heard before or looked at, like rooster tail modded engines. I know those things get, well above 20,000 for the same CC. So I've looked at a lot of different kinds, OBR engines, all that stuff. And I know that they get some pretty decent RPMs. So I'm guessing this one here, the way that it's set up, is probably around 19,000 or so, which is still, I think, pretty decent. But what do you guys think? Am I on the right track? Something else maybe I need to look at? And like I said, if this doesn't work, we'll try something different. And till we get something figured out on it, it's got to be something halfway easy to figure out. We'll check it out. Any other ideas? Post them below, guys. I could really use some help on this one here. Love this truck, but I'm really kind of frustrated with it. I want to get it somewhat dialed in, hopefully before too much cold weather sets in. I'd like to get it out a couple more times and just, give it a couple good rips up and down so I can kind of see where the speed's at on it. But haven't had much success with it right now, so kind of a little frustrated and disappointed, but don't happen this year. We'll get it next year. But I still like to get a little bit of advice if I could, so any gearheads out there could really use some help. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.